What up, nerds? Welcome back to another episode of Ghost of the Elements. I don't know why I did that. I feel bad.
What is up?
We're back with Hugh-Man.
Hey, sorry, I'm a little delayed here, on the voice
Christ.
chat. Am I too loud? I apologize, I am speaking weirdly.
Whoa, that was so loud. Alright.
So sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. Oh. Alright,
Hello,
okay.
it's me.
Alright, we have Donald O'Donnell.
Okay, I'm out.
I'm eating fish.
Oh, good for you.
What kind of fish?
Omega-3 salmon.
Ooh.
Oh,
That's...
fish from outer space, turns out.
We have Tartarus.
Hello, greetings, salutations.
The mischievous and wonderful Talia Bronte. I don't know why I said mischievous. Oh, I mean,
kinda.
kinda, yeah. And we have DJ Dynamic.
What? Nerds?
Okay, who wants to start off with what happened last week?
Was the troll fight last week, or did we...
That was last week too, yeah. We did
That
a
was
lot.
last week? Okay.
Yeah, we did a lot last
So-
week.
Yeah, okay. So, fought a troll,
Mm.
killed the troll,
Mm.
decapitated the troll,
Yep.
got a lot of backstory on Hugh-Man Pearson,
Mm-hmm.
got a lot of backstory about Chase Danger and the goats.
Mm-hmm.
In so much as Chase Danger is evil and in league with Asmodeus, and the goats are being held captive. We decapitated the troll, like I mentioned, I believe, and took its head back to the town as a bargaining chip to gain our entrance back into like kind society, as we killed a monster. And we got a fun, sort of hard, like bad relationship with the cops, but begrudging bad relationship with the City Watch, and we have now come to the lore library on its like one open day in 20 years, and have just gotten admission into
Okay.
the library. Oh, and I met another Warforged named John.
Yep, that's correct. All right, cool. You can take inspiration for that.
Oh yeah.
Anyone else? If you add something
I
new, you
believe-
get inspiration.
Go
Sorry,
ahead.
go ahead.
Nope, you go, you got it.
I believe we also found out that Talia is a shapeshifter, if I'm not
Yes.
mistaken.
A changeling, you might
Oh,
say.
Sorry, a changeling, my bad.
Yeah. Take inspiration, DJ Dynamic.
Hell yeah, brother.
Anyone else?
I'm happy to go after Meg. Meg.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, well, Talia's shit was blowed up at the college through, like, magic that dispelled their shape change, which she was unprepared for. But then also we took this, I don't know if did we already gain the entrance? It does, okay. We took the pass from the other band with their name on it to actually get into the college,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not sure if that has played a role yet or not.
You guys did present it to the guards, but they were so distracted they didn't even pay attention to the pass and let you through.
Nice. Alright.
Yeah. Cool. Anyone else?
I
I
can
used-
go. Oh, sorry.
No,
You
go
can
ahead.
go.
No. After you.
Oh, okay. Okay, hello, yeah, so last time we had a little get together, me and Talia had a little chat about the things inside my head, and for the first time ever I felt what it was like to not hear something inside my head, and it was very scary, but I kinda liked it. But I don't know if I try it again. It's a little weird for me.
Okay. All right. And how about you, Donald? Do you want to add anything?
I had to use my personal O'Donnell privilege to get us through a sticky situation. I didn't want to, but, when push comes to shove.
Told us about your sister Rosie.
Correct, Rosie O'Donnell.
Ah, yes, I heard that she's an actor.
She is
All right.
a bard. you
A
might say.
bard.
A bard. All right, well, that's inspiration for everyone. Congratulations, guys. That's pretty much everything that did happen. Yeah, you guys, we started the session with a troll running off with Donald O'Donnell, who nearly lost his life very close.
Yeah.
Hugh-Man had dreams about a winged creature when he looked in the mirror, and Asmodeus, DJ Dynamic was able to quiet the voices in Hugh's mind for, if only a moment, and kind of had Hugh-Man think for himself for once. Talia also talked with Hugh and kind of eased their worries, and then you all decided to go back into town and face the problem head on, with Talia as a guard and Donald O'Donnell using his gift of a sharp tongue to sort of persuade the captain of the guard to give them some leeway because they had eliminated a major threat to the town. With a promise of taking a certain captain's daughter to the next sort of noble ball that the O'Donnells are throwing, you got a pass by some disgruntled band members that you were all playing the Battle of the Bands with, and you made your way over to the library, where you met a couple of Warforged who looked almost exactly like Tartarus, with the name John, and their brother John, and all the rest of the Warforged are named John. They looked pretty happy to see another Warforged, and as you guys distracted them, you made your way inside, unbeknownst to you that the aura, that there was a sort of gate that erased any sort of magical effects on your person to kind of identify what you are on your way in. It's a very old library with important documents in it that, could definitely affect the world, which is why it stays closed to the public most of the time and is under such large guard. As Talia walked in, her shape dropped and her original form was shown to you all in front of the lore keeper standing at his desk, and he just said, "Oh, wow, welcome to the College of Lore, and holy fuck, that's interesting." And that's where we picked up. So,
I like this costume.
yeah. So
Right, Lorebold.
Yeah, so you all look and you see Talia standing in front of you, and a gnomish man with a long, floppy hat, a sort of like a cat's kind of sleeping underneath of his cap with a little dangling key necklace. On his desk, he has a rabbit for some reason. Don't know why, just does. And he's looking down at the five of you, and specifically at Talia. And Talia, what do you look like right now?
So, very androgynous, very blank, like plain white skin, no color in the eyes at all. The hair sort of receded to just being a bald person. And then all of the features are very, very soft. So just like there's a little hill for a nose and kind of like, nothing really distinct, almost like the rough sketch of a person. And I would say also their clothes are probably a little baggy. They're probably a little bit thinner than Talia. So, Also, as much as a blank face can have a look of pure terror or panic, that as well.
Thorbold kind of looks down and goes, "Oh, I'm deeply sorry. You can change back to whatever form you wish if you like."
They immediately do so. Back to Talia.
Yeah, so he kind of waves his hand and a bit of magic goes off of you, and you immediately shape change back to Talia. I apologize. Welcome to the College of Lore. Have you already had your passes inspected?
Yes.
Ah, yes. How can I help you? I'm the librarian here. My name is Lorebold.
So we're specifically looking for information about the ooze and the ghosts and all that kind of stuff, correct? There wasn't anything else we were really supposed to be looking
And the
into.
whole like Asmodeus stuff, I guess.
Asmodeus
Info,
stuff,
maybe
yeah.
info about like who Chase Danger really is.
Oh yeah, like the history of the goats. Yeah. Okay. We are seeking knowledge on many subjects, Master Lorebold.
Oh, wonderful. And who are you
And then
all?
I would say, potentially in descending order of importance, Asmodeus, the Lord of the Nine Hells, and then just like ghosts, Killer Ooze, like just name all this stuff. Go down the list,
He's writing this all down. He's like,
and
he's-
and finally, can Warforged learn to love?
I think that's more of a, never mind, I'll add it to the list. And he's like, adds it all
That
in.
one too.
Oh, sorry.
Outerus, I've been meaning to ask you, do you dream of electric sheep?
I count them. There are roughly 1 sheep per 3 seconds of rest cycle.
Aha. Well, that's lovely. Anything else for the list?
Could I get a book on can I go over and whisper in his ear and
Whoa, hold up. I'm sorry, I don't know you
No.
like that.
I'm sorry, I respect consent, I apologize. I just wanted to do you know anything about big green creatures with tentacles and wings and
I mean, there's quite a few, I'm sure. But you'll have to be more specific.
some kind of deity?
Listen, I could get you these books, but it would probably be better if you talk to a guide. The books that you're asking for could literally fill this room, and I don't think you have the lifetimes that I have to read them all.
We also need to know about curing someone of maybe demon possession with consent. Probably.
I'm sorry? Possession. I have about, and you see his eyes flash white. I have about 330 books on possession.
What about one that's about like
No.
a demon avatar that was like born?
I'm sorry, I
all.
couldn't hear you.
Maybe somebody that was like born as a sort of vessel for a demon. Is that a thing?
Vessels for demons. Who are you with again? And he looks confused, and he starts like narrowing his eyes a little. He's like, "You
What
don't
with the
look
ghost?
like scholars to me." And he's like, "Can I
In
ask
response to the earlier crack about, I don't believe you all have the necessary lifetimes to read all the books you've requested. Tartarus has been saying, and it concludes when you say, "Now who are you again?" He has been saying, "My power source is the heart of a neutron star, contained within the arcane focus of the wizard Tartarus." And right when you say the wizard Tartarus, you say, "Now who are you again?" And that is all of that.
Okay, so you say you are the wizard Tartarus.
My power source is the heart of a dark star contained within the arcane focus of the wizard Tartarus.
His eyes, when he hears you say the word Tartarus, he goes, Tartarus. Pff, that hack.
He is my father.
Oh,
I take no
yeah,
offense.
You should. And he's like, seems like a little like blustered. He's like, it's fine. You know, it's fine. So what? You're his masterwork. Let's take it.
Yeah.
Let me take a seat. And he jumps off of the little desk in front of him and just slowly floats down to the floor. He has his hands behind him, and you see the cat like peering out from his hat with the little key dangling. And he walks up to you, and he starts inspecting you. Do you let him?
Yes.
Okay. He starts inspecting your body and your joints. He like opens like little flaps. He's like, well, it's nothing like I planned, but I guess this could work. And he's
Lots
There's a
of
whole lot of
Vaseline in
fascinating
here.
here.
you see him like he like knocks on a couple parts of you, and he hears like hollow ringing back, and sometimes he'll make he'll nod like yes, and then other times he'll sort of like sneer at it. He's like, well, you are better than the other ones he's created, but so
He
said,
opens a little hatch, like in his side, and a fucking like baby phoenix flies out, and then like bursts into flame, and then ashes onto the ground, and then another phoenix rises out of it, and just like until it completes the cycle like 3 times until it goes out of the room.
He goes, yes, that is compatible with the latest versions, I see. And he looks, he's like,
I run
like,
on Phoenix
and he
version 6.0.
he goes back up to his desk, and he sits down. He goes, so, did he send you here then to join the others?
And I think Tartarus is very quiet for a moment, and he goes, The Master was unclear as to my mission.
Oh,
My only directive now is to save him from greatest peril.
well, I mean, you're one of his older models, right? Like, you're here to protect the library with the rest of them.
Negative.
Okay. So you're not going to join the Johns?
I just stare at him for a moment, and then I go, no.
Okay, well, Tartarus is in for a real thing. If it's, well, I guess all right. I'll just send him a note, let him know that looks like the latest of his creations is just as defective as the rest.
That would be difficult to send the Master a letter, considering he is currently captive of Asmodeus, the Lord of the Nine Hells.
Oh, is he? Is he? Well, good for him. Just like him. He gets to have all the fun, and here I am sitting with... You know what? It doesn't matter. All right. Well, I'll see what I can do. I have... What's...
Were you bandmates with this Tartarus?
I mean,
Yeah,
he's a wizard. I'm a librarian. You know, we work hand in hand. He
It sounds like feuds that happen when bandmates split up.
Yes, well...
Or
He's been
break
sending
up.
me his broken robots for decades. So...
My Maria.
I have been told I was the end of the line. The
Oh.
final model.
Well, he did name you Tartarus and, you know, not John, so...
He's a Lou, if anything.
He goes, well, alright then. I guess you're it then. His final form, looks nice. If a little unpolished. Alright. Well then. I can get you your books. It'll be about 6 days before I can get them to you. That's over 2,333 books. Unless you want to narrow it down a bit.
Yeah, can we get the Spark Notes version of that?
Sure.
Maybe-
Asmodeus is a demon from the Nine Hells.
Okay, right.
Okay.
What about his servants, like his helpers?
He's got many of those. Can I ask what this is about?
It's for the goats.
Okay, I haven't left this library in 20 years. Okay, it has had a
Oh.
protective shield over it for the last 20 years until today.
Have-
So,
Out of character, have the goats been like famous longer than 20 years?
they have, but he hasn't left this building in 20 years. He's like, I have no
At least
idea
he
what's going
knows
on
what's up.
outside. I know the goats, when they come in here, they come looking for books. They have a special pass to come in the library. You know, their magic is dispelled just like everyone else's. And then they look around and then they leave.
What kind of books do they normally get?
Well, I can show you what they checked out last. Hold on.
We
Especially-
specifically want to know about Chase Danger's books.
Huh?
Although
Chase?
the rock and roll books will probably also be pretty neat.
Okay, there is.
Maybe we'll hold off on the rock and roll books.
Okay.
Well,
No, I don't know.
I have.
Maybe slip in one.
Are you looking for like things like Rolling Stone, the giant book on the biggest rock in the world?
It rolls constantly. The rolling sentient stone of Azagorth.
The Rolling Stone of Atlan, thank you. It travels all over. It's constantly on tour. Are you? I'm sorry.
I would like nothing more than the Rolling Stone, please.
Of course, yes. I'll pull that as well. Just give me a few moments, if you would. And he leaves, and you guys are left standing here in the middle of this room. And you just see your rabbit staring at you.
Talia wants to touch it.
You want to touch it?
If it'll let her.
You go up to it, and it stares at you blank-faced as you reach out. You touch it.
I give it good scritches behind its ears.
I guess make a make a persuasion check.
Gross.
Well, my persuasion's pretty good, but I rolled a 2, so it's a 7 total.
It pulls back its head and looks at you like you're weird. It kind of backs up.
As soon as it pulls away, she backs up. She's not trying to consent, please.
He-Man's gonna approach the rabbit and say, "What is this holy deity above in front of us? Sir, what is your name?" And I kneel.
It backs up even further. It goes back up the stairs and just leaves.
I was not worthy.
Alright. Sorry, I gotta look up some notes, so.
I think Tartarus just kind of stands like completely still and is like does not move at all.
I think realistically, after the bunny interaction, Talia's probably just like standing in a corner, very quiet.
How's everybody feeling today?
Talia, do you want to explain maybe a little bit more about what's going on with you? Like, we all saw that.
She's just like not like.
Dynamics like I'm not Kuth.
Well, I'd prefer not to be hunted. So, are you gonna hunt me now? That's what other people do. They find out what I am.
Why would we hunt you?
Because I can take people's faces and pretend I'm them, and I'm good at it.
That's cool as hell.
Listen, Hugh probably takes people's faces too, if we're being honest. So
You takes more than their faces, probably. So, honestly, you're fine. And also, like, I had bad mates like that before, and it's fine. They're chill. It's a cool trick to do on stage. You want to join a band?
Yeah. Well, here's
What?
the thing. Well, okay. Here's the thing. You know the people we were playing with before?
right, so that's the ocean thing, right?
Yeah, they
Ocean.
So the guy that was there is the real Ocean, but I kind of incapacitated him and took his place for a few years.
Nice.
And so maybe not my best decision, but it was really fun.
Hell yeah, brother.
I think I got it locked in jail. So I've been in a band. I'll do it again.
Great.
Okay.
Well, my problem with you has been resolved.
So you were somebody else at some point?
Mm-hmm. And maybe like she'll come clean a little bit and be
Oh,
like,
yeah.
also, there is a real Talia Bronte somewhere that is not me, that is a way better monk than I
Fine.
am.
Mom?
Oh wait, so you just infiltrated this like whole shebang.
Yep.
Um,
But I think my goat knew.
Of course you go new. I could tell from a mile away.
Tartarus kind of like Tartarus' head like lifts his head up for the first time in a couple minutes. He looks at Talia and he goes, "Speaking as a copy, I believe I understand you more than I did
So,
moments ago."
Tartarus, are you a replacement for the other Tartarus? Like he made you to like carry on his legacy, not in like he's immortal because he made you, like that kind of thing.
He looks at Hugh, and he just nods once, and he goes, "That is my purpose. Yes,
You have agency.
yes. I am what he made me, and more. If I have anything to say about it,
Did you know that you had so many siblings?
negative.
How does that make you feel? Does that make you feel?
I am unsure. For the first time since my activation. What does that say?
That
about
you
me?
definitely have feelings.
You're
Perhaps.
probably super special.
Yeah.
He kind of, you can see he like visibly sort of perks up at that for like a second, and then he's like, "Hmm.
Oh, does he think he's not special now?
This requires much thought and deliberation."
Well,
But
I mean,
sound-
it's just facts. I mean, there's numbers, and that's pretty cool.
I mean, you're doing more than the Johns do, and you only have one arm.
You also, I'm not sure.
He looks at his severed arm and he goes, "Interesting point, bird person."
Yeah, and don't forget we need to pick one of those up on the way out.
I'm not sure that the other Johns have fed quite so much Vaseline to anyone either. That's pretty special.
It is true that my Vaseline reserve contains over 600 milliliters of Vaseline.
It's like 90% of Tartarus' plate is just dehydrated Vaseline.
And Ensure.
It's like it serves double duty as being like his like machine lubricant and also a deliverable. Instead of oil, he uses
600
Vaseline.
milliliters. That's really good. Oh, Talia, just one more quick question. Sorry to jump back to you. I decided that I had one. If we agree not to hunt you, will you agree not to like steal our faces unless for like a cool performance thing on a stage?
For sure. So, like, here's the thing. Don't take this personally. None of you all gave me, like, the feels that I'd want to be you permanently. So I can look like you, but it's not, you know, you all are enough of yourself that I don't need to be you.
You're telling me you wouldn't want to be me?
So what
I
is your
certainly
type
would not.
for taking people?
Hugh, now, maybe I'd like to step into that world just for a few minutes if I knew I could step back out.
I don't think you can step back out once you've gone in. There's no escape from my endless nightmares.
Once you
So,
go
Talia-
human, you'll never come back.
When he says there's no escape from my endless nightmares, she just, like, pats him on the shoulder.
So, what's your quota for like taking people's identities. Like, are they super nice, or are they mean people who deserve it, or something?
They're not. They're usually just normal people. It's only been 3.
Oh, that's
Ooh.
not too bad.
Yeah.
I killed more people than that with like a couple spells, like in this town. It's fine.
So like, just for like the real Talia, I had a wizard like convince her that she didn't want to join the goats. So like, she's still living her life in her town, but like, she's just not here.
Ah. So, do you want to be called Talia?
Yeah.
Do you have
Okay.
preferred pronouns?
So like above table, like as Talia, they very much feel like Talia and use she/her pronouns.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you for telling us.
So,
I use he/him.
anybody else have pronoun clarification?
He, him, as well.
Wonderful.
Yes.
I
I was trying to, like, as a robot. I guess C-3PO is, like, male. Presenting, I guess. So that's fair.
I think we had this discussion a while ago, and we decided there was like a door with just like a giant dildo in it that was Tartarus.
Hell yeah.
To make it male presenting.
Okay, so a bunch of books fall in the center of you guys. And you see, sitting at the desk with his feet up is Lorbald. And he's like, why is my rabbit terrified and cowering? You know
We are
what?
convinced he is sentient and more powerful than you let on.
Oh,
I bowed before it. It seemed very special.
I did try to give him scritches. He came up like maybe he wanted scritches, but he definitely didn't.
oh, you know, that's how these little fiendy boys are. And he scritches under his chin.
Ooh,
And he
fiend.
walks in, he's like, so I have read all of these books.
Was this guy just watching us with his familiar?
Make an insight check.
Not amazing. 15.
You don't think so. You're not sure if this... Oh, well, 15? It could... It's possible. But you're not sure.
Ah, fuck. Made my giant mouth.
I cannot believe this. I rolled a crit.
Yeah, he was absolutely watching you guys through his familiar to make sure you guys weren't getting shady. And he realized that you guys are just a bunch of adventurers.
Tartarus just looks at this guy who is like dunked on his father and goes, "Trust goes both ways, librarian."
Ah, yes. Surely it does.
Can I-
Surely it does.
Can I at least pet the bunny now?
You know what? Fine, you can pet the bunny. Colonel Cotton, go on. And the bunny
Colonel
pops.
Cotton?
Yeah, he pops down and he sits in front of you. Colonel Cotton. He jumps on top of the books and just sits there.
Give him pets. Unless he like really hates it, then I don't.
He begrudgingly lets you. He's like, oh, okay, fine. You see him like sort of giving into it a little and tapping his foot, but then he looks like ashamed that he tapped his foot. So, okay.
She's just like, you're a good bunny.
Yes, he's alright. He's a good creature, I guess. He comes downstairs, he's like, alright, so I've read these, but, you know, you guys can go through them for as long as you want. I have to get some work done. You can peruse the library. I mean, you've already had your ticket checked, right? Where's your ticket?
Oh, we already got that checked. It was all good. John was cool with it.
Oh, John?
I got him.
Oh, yeah, John's
Yeah.
great.
John, yeah.
Yeah, love John. He's cool. He's a
Can we also
cool
get
dude.
Can
Sorry?
we get Tartarus a new arm? Where do we do that?
Oh, yeah.
If he wants one. He's pretty badass with that one.
I seek repairs.
I mean, you could probably go to the back and get them. Talk to John. He's the robot that looks exactly like you.
I'm gonna pick up I'm gonna forklift with my other arm, the good one, 10 books off the top of the pile, bear hug them, and then I'll nod once to the party and I'll walk off.
And he goes, "Oh, hold on 1 second." And he walks up and he hands you a copy of Can Robots Love?
No.
Tartarus
It's a-
stoops so that he can put the book on top of the pile that I've picked up, and he goes, the light behind his eyes, because his eyes light up, they dim a little bit, and he just goes, "Thank you," and then he walks down the hall.
Just so you know, the answer is yes. And
He doesn't respond. He keeps walking.
Okay. He
He's
walks.
gonna speed read. He's gonna robot speed read 10 of these books, as he is getting his arm repaired.
Okay. I mean, you could probably spend a few hours going through some of these books for sure.
Yeah.
So what do you guys do? Do you guys all go through these books?
Yes.
I think
Yeah.
so.
Absolutely.
All right.
I think we could probably split them. Well, I think we can split some of these books up between the few of us, yeah?
So
I don't think Hugh can have anything about demons.
Right, fair.
So
So there's books on, these are the books that the goats themselves checked out. So there's several here. There's books on how the world was created. There's books on, you see books that are about mythos. You see books about, different, on giants, different types of giants. And you see books on, transference of the human soul.
Are there any books on tape?
Can I read the last one?
no.
No, you
Nope,
cannot.
nope.
Why can't I?
Hugh, I think you know why.
I don't.
Maybe we read it together.
Okay.
Are any of the books specifically checked out by our people? What? If I open the cover, it says, I can't remember his name, but my
Chase
dude.
Danger.
No, my dude, not
Oh.
Chase Danger.
Oh, okay, yeah. There is the book that your dude checked out, the Greyhound. He checked out.
Yeah.
Let's see.
It's the Greyhound.
They call him the bus.
Let's
Wow.
see. He checked out the Transference of the Human Soul book.
I kind of pick it up like this. I say, okay, I'm actually gonna read this one. I'll take this one.
Okay. Can I take the one that Chase Danger checked out?
It's the Mythos book.
Okay, I'll take that.
I'll take the book that my goat checked out. I also don't remember their names.
It's a book on giants.
And my goat as well. I'm trying to frantically find my goat's name.
He didn't check out any books about anything that's going on, but he did check out some Rolling Stones magazines that it looked like he was just super into. Because he's too cool to do research.
Right.
Sorry.
It's fine.
Yeah.
What about Tartarus? I mean, I know I'm not here for this, but eventually I will reunite with the group and get back with the pile of books.
Tartarus was reading. Well, he checked out a bunch of books on repelling. What is it? Repelling ancient magic and the old ones.
Those are probably
Seems
important. Maybe
most
more
useful.
important than giants.
Yeah, I'll read whatever is left in the pile.
I've just picked up 10 books at random and walked off, so I may have fucked up that strategy for everybody else. But
Okay. Well, let's start with some rolls. All right. So we'll start with Donald.
Okay. What do you want?
I want you to make. I want you to make a investigation check
Investing. Oh,
or a history check.
I'll do that one.
Well, actually, I want you to make two. I want you to make a history and an investigation. So.
Okay. So my history was 25 then, and my investigation was not. It was 12.
Okay. So history. So you picked on transference of the human soul.
Yes.
This book was written about transferring an ancient deity into as a sort of like it's more about transferring a soul out of a body
Mhm.
and and maybe caging something within it. So it's more about
Okay.
emptying a body to make it a vessel.
Okay.
So it talks about like the different sort of thing you have to do to create the vessel. Usually you either want a human body or you want to create it from sort of clay or like sort of like a golem of sorts.
Okay.
It also talks about if you transfer the soul out of the body, you need to transfer another soul in. But underneath, there's stuff written. I'll say with a 12, you can see a couple of the things. You notice that within the margins, there's some thieves' cant, like, written out.
Okay.
And it says specifically in there, once this is done, the memories will be gone.
Okay.
And it's just written, like, within there. And you can see, like, it's kind of sort of secluded in there, like the little secrets in there. It's like switching different letters, highlighting stuff, putting lines in certain places. It would look like it's annotated like any other book if you didn't know what to look for. But that's what you get with a 12 for investigation.
Okay.
Like, whatever soul is transferred in loses its memories.
Okay.
And is basically a clean slate.
Right.
Um,
That makes sense.
cool. Let's see. Who's next? Who wants to go next?
Okay.
Who'll go?
Yes.
Okay. Sure.
What do you want me to roll?
Well, are you looking through the books, or you said you're grabbing some books and you walked to go get new arm?
Yeah, so I'm gonna multitask. I want to get my arm repaired and research the books. So could I do like a book research roll?
Sure. Go ahead and let's say which books did you get?
Just a stack of 10, just random ones.
Okay. Yeah, I would say that you got probably some books on magical keys and how to find them.
Okay. Well, I mean, if it makes you easier, we could just retcon it that I got Tartarus books. I didn't realize that was a thing we were doing before I made the decision.
No, it's fine. You got a book on let's see. Hold on. Magical keys and how to find them.
Okay.
And also you got a book on specifically just let's see. On just Petra, the goddess of lava and mountain.
Okay.
So
You want me to make 2 rolls?
yeah. No, I just need you to make one. Make one history roll.
All right. 18.
18. That's pretty good. Petra is the goddess of lava and mountain. She has a sister. Her sister is Thalassa. She is the goddess of the sea. She also has a couple other like siblings, Anemos and let's see. Yeah, there's Thalassa, Petra, and Anemos. And you don't see anything about what Anemos is in there, but you gather he's probably one of the other elements.
Sorry, so Petra was the goddess of lava and what?
Well, goddess of lava, like lava and mountain. It's like lava and stone.
Okay. Cool.
Like fire and stone. And let's see. You find a book about. It's basically just like it's just a book on how to find an object. It's basically a detect spell, like detect object spell.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
And like there's also a thing on scrying in there too. It's a book. There's a book on scrying, so it's a spell. It's a spell book basically.
Okay. So
you can add those to your spell book if you want.
Oh, radical.
Mm-hmm.
So literally detect object and scrying.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I will do that. Okay. And as far as the lore of the goddess, does anything like stick out to me? Like, do I recognize anything like from what we've seen?
You see like there's an old story in there, but it was ripped out. You do notice that.
Okay.
That there was like it like says back when, and then you see like the next like about 7 or 8 pages ripped out of the book.
Okay. And there's no other information about Anemus or Alasa?
Not in the books. Not in the books that you've gotten.
Ties? Okay, cool.
Yeah, not in the books that you have.
Yeah. I would also like to get my arm repaired, but we can handle that if everybody else has looked at the books. If you like.
Yeah, sure. No, we'll do it now. So you're sitting there in the chair and you're reading through the books, and you hear the sound of zzz, 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 and it's just John going to town with his finger, and he has it opened up, and it's doing a little electric sort of shock, like like a fire sort of shock to like, or a blowtorch to sew on another John's arm. So he's fusing it together, and he's just silently doing it. And you can tell this is an older one, so go ahead.
Query, brother.
Yes.
I have come into some knowledge about the genesis of our being. You hold any ill will towards the wizard Tartarus?
Tartarus. No ill will. And you see him just continue on. He's like, I feel...
I'm sorry.
He said, I feel content to do my duty. And that is it. And that is all that needs to be said.
You've never seeked out more than this. And I kind of look around the room.
And he looks with you. He stops for a second. And he goes, what more is there? And then he continues.
Tartarus just kind of like does like a very sort of like mechanical, just like curt nod. And then I think that like his eyes dim a little bit and he doesn't say anything else to John for a long time.
Yeah.
And I think finally, like if it were like a movie shot cutting out, Tartarus just looks at John and then looks away.
You look away and your eyes kind of cast down at the book of Can Robots Love?
And I open that one and I start to read it.
You start to read it. It says in big letters, yes, and then it's blank for the 300 pages.
And then Tartarus just goes, insightful.
Alright, so Megan, which books did you have?
I picked up the one that her goat had.
Okay.
And he said it was about giants.
Yep. Okay.
Okay. Oh.
Okay, my mouth.
It's an
dry.
18. I have a +0.
That's pretty good. You guys are rolling pretty good.
I'm used to having like wizards and shit that are like +7 to this, so I was very excited. And it's just an average roll.
Yeah, you see. Oh, one more thing. I'm sorry. Before we go back, Nick, you also see something about keys. The keys in the key book.
Mhm.
You see different kinds of keys, and you see that one of them is actually one of the spells is actually to detect something specific, and it's a detect person spell. And in the margins is written she is the key, and it's a little sort of like yellowish butterfly like drawing. It's weird. Anyway, so you rolled an 18 on the giant. It talks all about giants, but the thing that stands out to you the most is that there is sort of there is a spot where it says sky giants. That's really interesting to you. Mostly because the page itself has been dog-eared over and over and over again, and you see writing in there, and it's very flowy, kind of like calm, like really it's just very beautiful calligraphy, and it says I haven't talked to Neba in years, and it has a little heart by it. And you see an old portrait, like one of those sort of stained glass portraits you see in books, of a tall, like sky giant woman with a large staff, and at the top it has a sort of circular orb with a sort of yellow winged beast inside of it flapping around.
Okay. And you said Neva or Neba?
Neba, Neba, and there's also something written, like something pasted underneath of it in a language you don't understand.
I'm
Like-
going.
Like something from another book pasted under, like ripped out and pasted underneath of it.
I would take that, and I would show the group to see if any of them know what it says. But then also, like, just someone I think is more scholarly.
Yeah.
In general.
Okay. All right, we'll get back to that. So let's go with Hugh. What are you reading?
I'm reading the Mythos book that Chase Danger pulled out.
The Mythos book that Chase Danger pulled out. Okay.
Yes. Ooh.
So the Mythos book, you pick it up and you stare into it, and you see that it's in another language. It's not in common, but in a language that you know very well. And it talks about a sort of creature that's coming to not necessarily destroy everything, but make everything just stop. And the creature in the book is described as a monster of vaguely arthropod outline, but with an octopus-like head, whose face is like a mass of feelers and a scaly, rubbery-looking body with prodigious claws on his hind and forefeet, and there was long, narrow wings behind. And you read a little bit further, and it said that to be so terrible to behold that it destroys the sanity of those who see it. And it doesn't say anything about his name because there's multiple pages also ripped out of this book. In fact, a majority of the book has been torn out. But you do see the... go ahead and make an investigation check for me.
Okay, you got it. Okay, investigation. Let's see. One. Oh no, that was one. Nat one. Oh no, unnatural one.
Unnatural one. You That's all you see is that one little paragraph.
Guys,
And all the rest of the pages are torn to bits out of there.
I think I found the thing that's in my head, and I show them the picture.
Okay. And we'll come back to that in a second. So, DJ Dynamic, what are you looking at?
Yeah, I guess DJ Dynamic's gonna flip through some of these magazines just to see if there's anything like weird about it, but then like pick up another book out of the pile and look at that too if there's nothing going on with these magazines.
There's I mean, like, the magazines themselves are pretty dope. I mean, the person on the cover is iconic, and obviously just it's the you see a picture of not Aerosmith, but like sort of you see the cover on the cover is Judas Priest, which is he's like sort of the head of the Church of Rock on the north side of Athlon. And you see, like, it's just like you open it up and it's like 1,001 things to do when you're in Athlon, when you're on tour with The Rock. And it's like it shows the picture of the Rolling Stone, like, and it just like you can see a bunch of people like following it happily, like a bunch of groupies. As for the book that you grabbed, what did you grab? Did you grab the Old Ones book?
What books are left? I guess I was kind of grabbing the last kind of thing.
There was a book on the Old Ones, and then there's a book on the Fae.
I guess probably the Old Ones, because that sounds a little more religious. I don't know.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a history check or a religion check.
They're both bad, but I'll try.
Okay.
17.
For religion or history?
Whichever one you want to take. They're both +0 for me.
They both give different answers.
Okay, I'll do religion. I think it's
Okay.
more in character.
All right. So there is a leader of the Old Ones, and he has a name, and his name is Cthulhu. He is characterized as like sort of like a priest, but he is a species that came to Earth from the star before even humanoid life arose on Atlan. However, the Old Ones and their followers went dormant, and their city slipped under Atlan's crust. Couple like 1,000 years ago, like a couple eons ago. There's nothing written on how, but there is like with that check, you know, there's a rumor of like the original gods, the gods that were like are like the bones of Atlan, that they banished something dark and they died in order to create the lands that you're on. And that's what you get from that. Cool.
Cool.
Anyone else?
I mean, if there's more books, I'll look through more.
There is a book on the Fae if you want to check that out.
Sure, unless somebody else wants to do it more. Like I said, I'm not great at investigating, but I'll happily do it.
Okay, make a history. Or an investigation check, whichever one.
It is literally a natural 20.
Cool. Investigation or history.
But I have either one. They're both +0.
Okay. Well, pick one because again, they each give you different answers.
Maybe history?
It's up to you.
I think history is good.
History. Okay. So Fae come from the Feywild, blah blah blah. You know all that bull stuff. However, you do notice that there is what languages do you speak?
I believe common, elven, and dwarf.
You do
Nothing
speak Elven. That's cool. That's what I thought. You do see something written in Elven in a very small margin, bleh, where it says, certain fey creatures have been used as messengers or as password protection for many eons. The smaller the fey, the harder it is to find. And if you capture one, unless you speak the language of that the password unlocks, you'll never find out what it's for. I know it's sort of jumbled, but you know.
Okay. Well, she'll like kind of show everybody all this and try to see if anybody makes any sense of it.
Okay. So, you guys kind of finish reading and you start looking at each other and begin to share the knowledge that you have.
I think obviously it's been a few hours at this point. Tartarus comes back with a new arm and reports what he found about the spell books and the detective stuff and the goddess of what's her fucking name?
Is that Tartarus? I didn't recognize him with his new arm.
He looks at you and goes, "It is the only aspect of my visage that has changed. Should we worry about the mental acuity of the one we call Donald? Petra, the goddess of lava and stone. That's what I report about."
Okay.
Yeah, so everybody shares everything.
I'm gonna tell everybody that I think we need to go find someone named Neba, who is perhaps a sky giant, and then I'll give a quick description,
Not Floofy.
talk about the staff with the yellow flying object inside, winged creature.
But it was at a
I'm gonna turn to Hugh Man and I'm gonna ask.
Hey.
So you mentioned a sort of beast thing. Do you
Yeah.
know what it's called or its name?
Oh, it seems incomprehensible to me. But maybe if I saw it, I could tell you.
Because I was reading about some sort of thing called Cthulhu, and it sounds like it might have been banished at one point, and it was apparently pretty dark. I don't know, maybe that was related to what you were seeing in your visions or something.
Should DJ Dynamic take like a wisdom save just for having like read the name of the old one?
No, he hasn't looked on the visage of Cthulhu. There weren't any
yeah.
depictions of him in the book.
Maybe it sounds familiar, like weirdly familiar. I feel a little dizzy. My vision's kind of. That's weird. He's kind of like panicking a little.
Talia will walk you over to a corner, if you accept, to one of the little benches, and just be like, "Okay, put your head between your knees. Just take some deep breaths."
Tartarus like doesn't read the room at all, and is like, "I also found this drawing of a butterfly."
That's really nice.
Does it?
That's a pretty
Does
drawing.
that make you feel better?
It
Human
does.
Pearson.
Does
Do
the
you enjoy
butterfly?
winged insects?
What'd you say, Meg?
Does the butterfly look like the winged creature in Neba's staff?
Yes, it does.
Interesting.
What is that butterfly for? What is the text on that?
can't remember.
Because then she'll open up the page with the butterfly on the staff and be like, look, the sky giant has a yellow staff with a butterfly in it.
She is the key, is what the writing said.
Okay, then we gotta talk to Neba. Oh, does anybody know where to find sky giants?
Is Lorbald here?
Yeah, he's up at his desk. He looks
I
like
re-
he's reading something and he seems to be like giggling to himself as he's reading it. And he's like, oh, hey.
Excuse
Whoa.
me, librarian.
Damn! Then he puts his book away like really quickly under his cloak.
Excuse
Can I
me,
help
librarian.
you? Yes. What can I do
Uh,
for you?
I fully respect that you are some kind of recluse, but
Thank you.
you happen to have the location of a sky giant by the name of Neba.
I don't know who that is, but I'm sure there's probably, there's, I could look, hold on, and he blips out and he comes back with a book that says, he's come back with a book, then he pulls out a map from the book and he lays it out. He's like, alright, most of the giants had been wiped out from Outland, honestly.
Bad.
Except the sky giants. Probably because no one can get to them.
Fair enough.
But, yeah. I can give you, here is the... Hold on. And he folds out a map. He's like, they are about... 6 days south of here, and also directly up.
I look at him for a moment, then I open up the spell book and I go, I am not sufficiently powerful at present to cast this scrying spell. Would you do us the honors?
Okay, sure. What are you looking for?
And then I gesture to Talia and go, is there a depiction of Neba?
Yeah, I think so. I think this is Neba. At least this is Neba's staff.
Oh, okay. Are you looking for... He squints his eyes. He's like, are you looking for the person in the staff or the person in the picture?
Question.
In the staff? Oh,
There-
the butterfly?
There's a person in the staff?
Yeah.
She is the key.
Clearly, that's a fairy person.
She is the key.
Okay, we definitely want the key, right?
Yes.
Okay. Sure. Hold on.
You see Talia in the background has like a corkboard and she's like got pictures and she's got red yarn from somewhere and she's like trying to tack everything all together. And then there's just a picture of Cthulhu and a big red circle around it like, how?
There is no Cthulhu in a jar!
Okay. Sure. I can hold on. And he closes his eyes for a second. He's like, all right. And he opens them and you see his eyes go white again. He's like, oh, yes, there she is. Ah. She seems to be talking to someone. Oh, my. Oh. Well, that won't hold long, will it? Oh. Okay. Well, that's what you're into. Oh, no, that's not what she's into. Oh, my. He closes his eyes and he goes, and he opens them again. He goes, well, good news and bad news. Which one do you want first?
Bad news?
Bad news. They are under attack. Good news, she's still alive.
For now.
What language was she speaking?
Probably some sort of giant.
Does anyone speak giant?
That would be insane if I spoke giant.
Are you talking about, the creature in the staff? Oh,
Yes.
I don't know what language she was speaking. I couldn't understand it, and I speak
What?
several.
What languages do you speak?
Me, I speak, Elvish, Gnomish, Common, Infernal, I speak Celestial, I also speak Orcish, and I speak... and I speak Abyssal.
Conversational in Spanish.
Yes, you know, I know pequeño Spanish, but you know, I get by.
Donde está la biblioteca?
It's
A
right
key.
Yeah,
A key.
Very good, very good. Yes, you know, I've been trying really hard to check in on Duolingo once in a while. Isn't that right, Duolingo? And you see this little bird like owl come up, this green owl, and it's like, reminding you that that's been 3 days since your last lesson. And I go, I really need to turn off notifications. I mean, I just don't have the time.
You made Duo sad.
Ghosts of the Elements is brought to you by Duolingo. Get it on the App Store and Google Play.
It's a free app. We don't need to plug it.
There's ads now, and you can pay to get rid of the ads.
That is true. We can pay. I did pay to get rid of the ads for a little while. Anyway.
Duolingo, please send your check to dicebaby.tv.
That is absolutely incorrect. But so he goes, yeah, I don't speak that language.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
I appreciate it.
The giants were speaking giant, so I mean, but the staff creature, she looked like she was in trouble. She looked very scared, and it looked like she was under attack.
Is there any way you
But
could get us there faster?
Again, I never leave this library. I've never left this library. I don't even go outside to poop. I poop in here, and they take it out.
Talia,
I haven't
Magic.
seen the marketplace. I don't even know, like, what time of day is it? I mean, I could probably tell you what time of day it is, but I haven't been to the market in over 20 years.
It sounds like you need a day off.
yeah.
You're telling me.
Do you want to come with us?
That means
No.
makeover.
Please
Fine.
no. I'm
Sleepover.
good. I'm good.
Would you like a spa day?
I mean, always, but I don't think I could probably get that here. The Johns are very good at rubbing bunions out.
All that Vaseline.
They have all that Vaseline. Actually, the old versions have Jergens lotion.
There was a special Valentine's edition that had KY jelly.
Oh no, I broke that one.
Summoned by the druid Jurgen.
Anyway, I can't get you there. I can give you a map on how to get there, but I mean, unless you can fly, I have no idea.
You're super powerful. Can't you like make us fly? I
I
heard about this spell once where like you could turn into a puff of mist and just like fly really fast.
I'm sorry, but I don't owe you anything. Like, I don't know who you think you are, but I owe you nothing. In fact, I am not a fan of Tartarus to begin with. To be honest, he's kind of a dick.
Honestly, the characterization seems contrary to the information you're providing us.
But, you know, whatever. We can't all be, you know, chosen ones like Tartarus, but I don't owe you anything. In fact, you guys have literally done nothing for me, so...
Is there something we can do for you that'll make you feel better? We're sorry
For what?
I'm not sorry.
for making you feel unvalued.
Oh, well, thank you. That's appreciated. I do appreciate that.
Listen, Lorbold,
Yes.
don't say it like that.
He's like, I'm sorry.
Yeah, this is the first thing
Yes.
I'm saying since you've gotten back, okay?
You're right. I'm
So-
sorry. I'm on edge.
So, we need to go see giants, right? What
Uh-huh.
if, hear me out,
Mm.
what if we bring you some sort of knowledge back with us? I know this is a massive library and you have hundreds of thousands of books, but what if we can get you something else while we're there?
Keep talking.
Well, that's really all I had. If there's something you're
Oh.
looking for, we can make arrangements while we're there.
I don't have the ability to send all of you, but I can hook you up with a friend of mine that has a skyship,
Okay.
and he could take you, but it would be a long journey, and you know, fine. All right. If you go up, I want that specifically. I want that staff.
Okay.
Okay.
We can make that happen.
What if we can't make that happen?
We have 5 fingers, and there's always a discount.
Okay, so this guy here, pointing to Donald, almost died like not that long ago. So like, let's say our sticky-fingered friend here dies. What's something else that would be good too? Or is this like?
I mean, you guys asked me what I wanted. I don't understand. It's like,
Hey, we'll get it for you. Don't worry.
make
we'll
a
do it.
persuasion check.
Hey, listen.
Yeah, make a persuasion check if you're gonna do it. Deception if you're not.
25.
Okay.
19 plus 6. Oh, deception. Sorry. 27.
Okay. He looks and he goes, okay, he's got a face I can trust.
That I do.
He's like,
And
"All
it's
right."
just like this ugly mug.
Well, I mean, I guess information is free. So, alright, fine. Go ahead and you're gonna head south of town. You're gonna find the nearest flight pad and you're gonna talk to Jeff, alright? Jeff is gonna give you a ride up there, but it's probably gonna cost you some gold. I hope you have money, because he is pricey.
Talia,
That's how
and
I hear it.
I assume like everybody else just like looks at O'Donnell.
Money's no object.
All
We'll be
right.
alright.
It's gonna be about, well, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 500 gold.
That's a drop in the bucket, baby. It's okay.
Wonderful. All right.
Talia thinks about pickpocketing Donald O'Donnell, but doesn't do it.
Okay. Well, is there anything else?
Tartarus,
I'm
if
good
there's
if
nothing
you're
else,
good.
Tartarus wants to hang back after the party leaves.
Is there any way, just real quick, I don't know about this college that much, but is there any sort of maybe medium armor that you may or may not have that I could take on loan? Like, you know, check it out, like a library for armor?
I'm not a shop. I am a
Yeah,
library. I have
Yeah,
a
well-
library. It's not a library of armor, it's a library of books. However, we have magical items here that we store for the safety of humanoid kind. I don't just rent it out to people. Who do you think I am, the WTC?
Well, you know, I just thought that, you know, in the sake of like a library, is there a way? So, do you have to have like a library card to rent out the magical items, or?
You have to be a mercenary, and you have to have gone on at least one mission with the guild before you can, and signed a contract before you can rent out any of the magical items that we have here. And you see him like wave his hand. You see a window behind him open up, and you see an entire wall of magical artifacts. So yeah.
Wow.
Is that a fast process?
I don't know. How I can call my cousin. Hold on. And see if he has any openings. But I mean, I could send you over there. He'll probably send a portal over, but and you could do a couple jobs for him if you want. Get you some good money, and then you could have access to the weaponry. But he's a bit annoying.
That's okay. We like everyone, right?
All right.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. And you see him close his eyes. He's like, "Hey, I got 5 more for you."
Is this does anyone feel like this would be advantageous to have access to magical items or money? Or is this something people are not into?
I think anything that gives us XP might be beneficial. As a wizard, I don't really need magic items like crazy. Like, I
Cloak
respect
of
it.
Displacement is, or Cloak of Protection is always amazing for a wizard. I'm just gonna say.
Yeah, I know that. That's true.
Uh,
So
he-
no, I'm into it. I think it's good.
he goes,
Same here.
uh-huh. Uh-huh. Oh, you do? Well, I'm sorry. We're trying to gauge, like, where you are. Like, level-wise.
So, like, on an exponential scale, with like 1 is the base and 20 is a really high one, we're about a level 4.
Okay. That's not great.
What a concept.
Yeah. Level 4, that's right. Okay.
But with big aspirations.
Uh-huh. They said they're an aspiration.
We've got a big ass.
They said you have a big ass aspiration, Thorbold. Aspiration. Right.
Tali just uses her shape change to make her butt way bigger and is like,
He goes, okay, wonderful. Okay. All right. Yep. Send over. Sure. Okay, hold on. And he like sort of like takes his hand off his temple. He's like, all right, so you should see a glowing glyph. Hold on. And he waves his hand, and a glyph appears on the ground before you. He's like, just step on in, and you can head on over.
thanks. Appreciate your help. We'll be back probably.
Yeah, just ask my cousin Thorbold to send you back.
Okie doke.
Tartarus is gonna hang back, like I said, after everyone drops him.
He's like, he stops. He's like, are you not going? You're gonna literally make me waste another spell slot to send you.
No,
On your own?
he says. Until today, I believed I was privy to all of my father's memories. That turns out not to be the case. However, I do know one thing, librarian.
Yes.
He still loves you. And then I jump into the portal.
A lone tear. You hop in the portal and it's a bit you feel nauseous coming to, and a bunch of dust and sand erupts around you, and you're standing in the middle of a sandstone castle sort of like entrance, and it's very long. There's pillar by pillar in front of you, and at the end of the hallway you see a man sitting with a bald, like sort of capped in the middle of his head, long white hair, a long crooked nose, and half moon glasses sitting on the edge, and he is writing furiously. He's got long red robes, and he has a sort of phoenix sitting on a little bird stand on his desk, and you see various groups of mercenaries clumped up in different parts of the hall talking amongst themselves. And as you stand up and look around, you see the walls are covered in arcane objects, and above you you see things floating through the air down separate hallways. You see like groupings of bat wings and like certain eyes and body parts of monsters and different sort of plants, and it seems to be getting categorized. You see another room that says OSHA. You see another room that says a bar, and it's just a large sort of guild. And as you step in, you hear down at the end of the hallway, "Welcome, come on down." Oh, hello. So you guys looking for work? I am Thorbold.
We're looking for work. We're level 4.
All right, level 4, looking for work. What's your group's name?
Baby goat.
We the votes?
Baby Goats. Got it.
We're the we're the kids.
The kids. There you go. Very good. Love it.
Oh, the kids, oh, that's great.
All right, the kids. I don't know what that stands for, but sounds awesome. All right, kids.
Super rock.
Stands for baby goats.
Titans vibe.
All right, kids. Here we go. All right. Okay. I have a couple contracts in front of you that you can use. let me go back to the office. Find something that's your level. We haven't dealt with anything such a low level in a while.
Is there one for killing a troll just outside of the village?
I'll have to look. I'll check. Just wait here. And he hops
Trying
down.
to get
And
AP credit.
Yep.
he hops down and he goes into the office.
Is there one for tormenting a farmer and his wife and stealing their cow?
We did save them from evil
Is
scarecrows.
there one for touching a ghost and dying?
Is there one for winning a rock competition to then have to get run out of town and also accidentally kill a couple guards?
Is there
sounds-
one for cutting off a robot arm?
What about making new friends and going on a nice adventure?
Is there one for having a demon friend?
Huh? Who's demon?
Oh,
Talia?
just a-
Is Talia a demon?
Is there
No,
one for
that's
giving
another friend
palliative
of mine.
care to an aging wizard?
Is there one for Vaseline finger?
That's
That's a whole other book or a whole other thing.
a whole other thing. That's a whole different handbook.
Ba-ba-da.
Because my Vaseline has a hand.
Just went from looking for work to looking for merit badges really quick.
Yeah.
Not true.
Well, if we can get paid for killing that troll, that'd be awesome. Because Donald might be rich, but Talia, who is not poor, she was a successful musician for a long time, is not rich.
I'm not sure Tartarus understands the concept of money.
In her backstory, she spent most of her money paying the wizard to make other Talia not want to be a goat.
See.
He comes back and he's like, okay, all right. Well, it looks like, oh my. Okay, well, that could kill you. That could also kill you. This could kill you. I don't have anything for trolls, but I do have something for troll parts. Do you happen to have, oh, jeez. Well, that's just gross. I'm gonna ignore that one, and he pushes it to the side.
No, don't be so hasty.
I mean,
Is it a troll dick?
it's nothing that you probably saved, you freak. He goes, do you have any troll eyes or warts?
Do we
Do
still
we
have
give
the
the
troll head?
head?
Yeah, we have a whole troll head that I've been carrying around.
I thought you guys
Oh.
gave that to the city guard. Didn't you give that to the captain?
I thought we just showed
We
it to
did,
him.
yeah.
Did
We can try.
I
and
love that
keep
Hugh
the
Man was like,
eyes.
I'm keeping this. Feels very in character.
Okay, if they choke it, then that's good.
He,
We gave a troll head to the city guards that has all that stuff on it.
Well, I mean, it's not here, though, is it? Do you have it with you?
I think I would take it with me, but whatever you guys think, fate, world, god, good voice in my head.
I'm sorry. So do you have troll parts or not? And he's
Here
like,
you go.
did you guys like give it to the captain or no?
I think
I
it's
thought we
100%
did.
up to you.
I thought you
then.
guys did too.
I have no recollection
I
of what
just
we did.
thought we
with that
showed
head.
it to them. I know we plopped it on their table, but I don't think we talked about what happened after.
I figured we would have left it. Why would we carry this giant troll head around?
That's fair. I don't know, like, cause it was huge.
looking
Honestly,
weird.
it's,
If it was huge.
it was pretty big. Honestly,
I'll let it go.
You'll let it
no
go?
big deal.
all right. He goes, all right. Well, I have had a couple issues with some. No, that's too hard. I just don't want you to die right away. I mean, that's insane. I mean, unless you guys are willing to.
Can you give us a little bit of a rundown other than just, oh, that's too hard and you'll definitely die?
Well, I mean, I have a large giant frog man, but he's killed people over level 7.
How many people though? like we have 5 people all
Oh,
at one time.
about 4 or 5 groups, honestly.
Oh.
It's not. It doesn't look good. There's also some. There's. There is a tale of a mad scientist going around remaking things. Hold on. Ah, yes, here it is. Oh my. Well, you might die, but this could work. Yeah. Alright, how do you feel about fighting sort of constructs?
Tartarus is literally like, I am against.
He's like, okay, that's fine. Okay, so, alright.
Talia's like, I would kill people if they were evil. You wouldn't kill constructs if they were evil?
I mean,
Are they evil?
I mean, I'm sure the wizard making him is using it for evil. Them, it, whatever. All I know is that he stole something of ours. He's using it to create something. A bunch of things, honestly. Could probably make an army if it's not gathered. Could you? It's a rod of lightning that I need you to get back, if you could.
Sounds like we could do that.
Okay.
Tartarus?
And there's how many of you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Rod of lightning absorption. Okay.
Do we count all of the voices in Hugh's head?
Only. Do they need to get paid?
We are legion. We are many.
We would prefer if they did not.
Then there you go. Okay, 5 total. All right, so that's 100 gold apiece. It's 500 gold for the mission. I think you guys can do this. It's fine. It's probably fine. I can set you up with some horses, and there's only 5 of you, so you'll only need 1 bag. If you find that he's made any creatures with the rod, feel free to bring back any sort of parts that you see are useful or magical in nature. I could give you extra money if you do. And he hands, he holds a bag out. He's like, who wants to take the bag?
Is Hugh strong?
I mean, it's pretty light. It weighs about 5 pounds, honestly, always.
I'll carry your burdens. I am sworn to carry your burdens.
Alright, sure. He tosses it to Hugh. Alright, well, that is a bag of holding. It can hold up to 500 pounds of materials. Just try not to pierce it, or all the things will be sent into the astral plane. I have some other contracts that you can use. There's one for a giant frog. I mean, like I said, it killed a bunch of people, but you could probably handle it. It pays less, 250 gold. And,
So we'll probably die more and it pays less?
I mean, it is a scourge on the community.
Maybe after a level up or 2.
Okay. Well, that makes sense. I also have something where, oh, I see. The local farmer's cow has gone missing. He's lost about 6 cattle in the past, 2 weeks. He's paying, 50 copper, as well as he's offered to provide meat for the WTC for the next year.
50 copper and a lot of meat for the next year?
That we don't even get.
For the WTC, I mean, you work for the greater good, you know. So you get the copper, we would get the meat.
The greater good.
Do you pay us market value for the meat that we earned for you?
I mean, yes. So that would probably be 50 gold, maybe. So, no?
I mean, we could. Does he have any idea what's taking the cows?
Nope.
Does it?
I don't
Does,
know. You'd have to go check.
does this sound like the farm that we were already on?
Yeah, where's this farm located?
Oh, it's located, let's see. Over by the mountains.
Hard pass.
Oh, okay. Sure thing. No problem.
Yeah, I don't think we should do that.
Did his son just die?
Oh, yes. How do you know him? He's very
You've never met
We
this
got-
farmer.
Oh.
Please continue a different track of conversation.
Oh, okay. Well, those are the only 3 contracts I have in your wheelhouse currently.
I think
So, giant frog, cows, or rod of lightning.
We'll do the lightning rod, I think.
Okay.
I think that sounds pretty good.
All
unless
right.
Tartarus has some major qualms with this, I think so.
Sure, that works for me.
I do not.
All right. Well then, I guess you guys can go ahead and head on down to the transportation room. They'll go ahead and flash you there. It's 3rd door on the right.
We go to the 3rd door on the right. Wait, do we need to rest or anything? Is everybody all healed up?
I think. I mean,
I think I'm good.
I'm at full.
All right.
I'm cool.
A quick question. Do you provide any sort of resources to members that go on these missions? Like perhaps armor?
Oh, yeah. What kind of armor do you need?
Medium.
Medium armor, no problem. And he gives you a set of medium armor.
Yes. Alright, thank you.
Yeah, he's like, oh, I'm sorry, all I have is +1 armor.
That works for me.
Alright. Yeah, just need you to sign here. Oh, I need you guys to sign this contract, please. Before you go.
I want to read the contract.
Sure, go ahead and, I will say, make a, investigation check.
Oh yeah, definitely. This contract needs to be read.
10
billion
Talia?
percent.
Talia is thinking to herself, like, hee, because she'll sign Talia Bronte.
Legal Scholar protocols activated.
Alright, what'd you roll?
19.
19.
Yes.
It says that you are for hire, you're mercenaries for hire. However, there is a clause in there that should the WTC ever be at war, that you are contractually obliged to fight on their side. Yeah.
Out of character question: did we ever go buy those forgery tools?
Yes.
Okay. Just wondering.
I relate that quietly to the party, and then
You
I
will find out.
take all the contracts, I stack them up very neatly, and I go, "Our legal counsel will take care of it," and I hand them all to Donald to forge.
Right. I need to take some time to look over these,
Of course.
but I'll
of
bring them
course.
back to you.
Sure thing. Oh, just 1 second. Okay, now you can go.
What do you
was
do?
that?
What's the like?
You can make a...
Yeah, I already know what he did.
make
I
an
know what he
insight.
did. God damn it.
What do you think?
Ooh. So I think he magically charms them so they couldn't be forged.
Okay, what'd you roll?
I got a 21.
I got 17 on the die, so also 21, actually.
18.
Hey, mine was a 17 on the die.
Okay. You notice that a little sort of, little tiny mechanical bug, sort of, landed on the shoulder of Donald O'Donnell.
I'll be like, oh, Donald, you have some lint, and flick it away.
And you see him go, okay, well, see you soon.
Well, fiddlesticks. Anyway,
So, do you need a room? to look these over?
We might as well. We might as well.
The room's gonna be bugged.
It's all bugged.
Oops, all bugs.
Oops, all bugs.
He goes, if you want to discuss the contract, we can.
Well, I'd like to look over it, and then I'll bring another write up to you. We'll see.
Sure. All right. Bye. So he says, "Oh, hold on. Can you show him to your room?" And you see a turtle comes out, and he slowly shows you to your room. He's wearing a tie.
I bet he is.
Yeah. And he walks slowly up the stairs. It takes about 20 minutes to get to your room. It's really not far at all.
Right.
Oh, hey, Mitch. How are you doing?
He looks back. He's like, "Who?"
Who are you?
Mike.
Oh, I just did something offensive. I'm sorry. Thought you were my friend.
Oh no.
He closes the door slowly while looking at you. Okay. No problem. Oh, click. And you guys are left alone in a room. It's a nice room. There's 2 double beds and like a couple, like you can see there's some slide out cots from underneath that you can line against the wall. It's like a basic motel room almost. You know, like there's no TV, but there's it looks like to be a cheese plate and some meats there. There's a nice bottle of wine. This looks to be like a place where they have guests stay or new recruits.
Talia's looking for bugs.
Okay, go ahead and make a investigation check.
I'm gonna help.
Maybe
Sure.
she'll help Donald.
Okay. Roll with advantage, Donald.
So 18 on the die for the first, 15 on the die for the second, so 22.
22. You do find 2 bugs. You find one in the corner by the like the upper left hand corner. You see like one kind of almost like the same color as a sandstone. It just looks like a bump on the wall, but you pick it off. And one embedded in the doorknob.
Wow.
So you look around. You think you're alone?
You think you're alone? I think I'm alone. Yeah.
Tartarus just loudly, like full volume, starts reciting pi to like 1,000.
Okay.
Like loudly.
All right.
Cover up any sound. Any.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
so while he's doing that,
yeah, standing ovation.
Donald, what are you doing?
Caleb here.
Crush. The bug. The bug is crushed.
It crushes. You hear,
I crushed the other one as well.
ah! Here's the noise it makes. I don't know why.
They were actual bugs.
I had a family!
I had thousands of children.
Oh, Jerry! Jerry, no!
Oh god, they killed Jerry!
Alright.
Not Jamantha.
So Donald places the all the contracts down on a table, and like I want to spend the next whatever what's it called, take 20 or whatever. So I want to spend the next however amount of time going through these contracts and creating one that would better suit our needs.
Okay. What kind of clauses do you put in there?
That we don't have to go to their Infinity War.
Fair. Okay.
That we have some extra access to some of the supplies, but then also that we will do more services for them in return. So it's not just like we want your stuff. That's it. And then also free teleportation when we are in dire need. I don't define what dire need is, but when we are in dire need.
Okay. I like that. All right. So you finish that up and you look at it. Okay, it looks pretty good. You take the time, you roll it. I wouldn't have you roll because you're taking the time to do it.
Right.
And I think we're all there, like, micromanaging, like, no, that sounds too wordy. We have to hide it in the fine print, you know, like.
Carter's is just over in the corner, like 5, 9, 7, 8,
Kind of classical.
14, 32, 61, hike.
Cool. All right. So do you guys sign it and bring it back?
Yeah, I bring it back first.
You get it
Okay.
approved, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. You bring it back, and Thorbold Singh is like, "Oh, Donald, what can I do for you?"
Here are the new contracts. I'd like for you to take a look over them, and then we can discuss terms.
So you're not going to try and just pull one past me or anything like that?
No, I don't feel the need to.
You're not going to make fun of my hair?
No,
Or talk down
I,
to me? Or...
I think your hair's
like her.
pretty nice, actually.
And you're not going...
Yeah, nice.
And you
guy.
see him, he starts to tear up, and he's like, okay,
Oh.
thank you for... He's like, you know what, I'm sure it's fine. And he hands it to you. He's like, please, I'm sure it's fine.
Oh, okay. All
Yeah,
right. Well,
it's great. Yeah,
great. I'll sure. And then
yeah,
I-
it's perfect.
you sign it first. You sign it first,
Oh.
and then we'll.
Yeah, of course. And he signs it, and he's like, all right, gather the others around to sign.
And I go get everybody back, and then we all sign, or at least I sign. And I
Talia,
say,
make sure it's the right document.
"Oh, that goes without saying."
When I
Um,
sign it, it sounds like a old, 80s office printer. It's like,
Jesus. He tears off the edges on the side.
oh, yeah.
Yeah. And he puts it on there. Okay.
I eat the contract and then print it out of my chest.
And as the last signature goes on, his eyes flash white. He's like, oh, yes, those are more than acceptable terms. Wonderful. Ah, you are too kind. You know what? Here. And he goes in his thing. He's like, have 3 potions of healing on me. Thank you for your kindness. And he puts 3 potions of healing on his desk. So, and yes, if you ever need teleportation, WTC is here for you. You can go ahead and 3rd door on your right, and you can make your way to your mission. Just hand this, and he takes the orders, and he stamps it. He's like, hand this to the druid inside, and she will direct you to the nearest tree.
Awesome.
Okay.
All right?
I didn't.
Do you have any questions about the mission before you go?
Can I, I just noticed, you look a little teared up, buddy. You okay?
No, I'm
You wanna
fine. It's the
talk about
dust.
it?
It's the sand. Don't worry. It's just the sand. It's fine. Anyway.
You know it's okay to feel feelings. so
Okay, yes, I
you
understand
should
that.
never feel.
Please don't look at me any longer.
Okay, consent.
Any questions about the mission?
I'm good. What about you? You all?
Alright. Alright, you should find him. He's probably in some catacombs or something. You'll find him. They always like catacombs. I don't know why.
Is he a necromancer?
I think let me look. And he goes through the file. He's like, yep, of course. Yep, you're right. He's a necromancer. Good luck.
Catacombs make sense.
Yeah, I would suggest preparing spells for that, if you would. And if you die, he'll probably use your body for horrific experiments, so there's always that to look forward to. But I really do wish you the best of luck.
So, wait, quick question. Unlike, how we
No,
had
it's
that
not.
sort of arbitrary scale, we're level 4. What
Oh
level do
my
you think
God,
he
that's
is?
Him? Probably the wizard? The
Mhm.
wizard's probably maybe a level 10?
All right. I think we've got this.
You know, I don't know anything about the things he creates, or what else is down there. You know, catacombs, they always have other shit. But, you know, you'll figure it out.
I have only experienced catacombs in the dark recesses of my father's memory.
Oh, okay. That's fun. That's fun for you. I see.
It's not unfun.
Okay, well, that's good on you, buddy. Is there anything else you need?
Do you hold a grudge against my father as well?
Who's your father?
The wizard Tartarus?
Oh, no, not at all. He makes great constructs.
Yes.
He's kind of a nice dude.
Honestly, I very
He's
much
a little
appreciate-
weird, but you know, he's cool, you know?
Who is it?
Right, you
Who
know,
is
that just means you're funky and down and hip. You know. He's a
Tartarus
hip guy.
Tartarus just adds, like, you see, like, he just, like, does, like, a compute, and just, like, adds, Thorbold to, like, good list of people.
Oh, well, that's nice. Huh, it's so nice to be liked. I'm not used to this, honestly. Anyway, if there's anything, is there anything else that you need? Anyone?
I'm good. I think I'm all right.
All right. Well, good luck, and I mean that. Truly.
Thank you, Thorvald. We'll see you soon.
See you soon. So you guys head out to you head to the third door on the right, and you see a room it's the sandstone walls, but grass, and one tree in the middle of the room, and a park bench right next to it. And laying on the park bench is a woman with like sort of green leaf dress on, and she's just laying on her back, and she seems to be like throwing some sort of ball in the air and catching it. She looks over and she goes, "Yes, where are you headed? Let me see your papers."
Hand over the papers.
She goes, "Okay. All right. You have 6 seconds to enter the portal. When you need to come back, head back to the same tree that you've exited out of, and go ahead and use any of you magic users."
Affirmative.
Yeah.
Okay. She hands the scroll to DJ Dynamic, and she says, "Whenever you need to come back, just go ahead and open the scroll. It'll connect to me. The scroll will evaporate, and I will open a portal back to here." Cool?
And we have to be at the tree for that?
Absolutely.
Okay, and if not,
I mean, you could go to another tree, but, you know, if it's not big enough, or if it's outside my network, then you're kind of screwed.
gotcha. It's not covered if it's outside of tree, your routes.
Well, I have AT&T. If it's
What
with
about
Verizon, you're
friends
fine.
and family?
Oh, you have Atrian Tree. Got it.
Yeah, I got
Got it.
Atrian Tree.
And
I don't have Horizon.
You don't
Wow.
have Horizon.
No,
Got
I
it.
don't.
Do you have gnoming? Are there gnoming charges?
No, I mean, I used to have Tree Mobile, but it didn't cover enough, especially like out in the middle of nowhere, which I am constantly, you know?
I'm sure you don't like Splint or
Oh, no, I don't use Splint anymore. I don't use Splinter anymore. That's just, I mean, their overage charges
What about
are insane.
Roots Mobile? It's a cheap alternative.
Okay. You know, are we just gonna make fun of my tree plan, or are we gonna go?
We're not making fun of it at all. We're just trying to understand what we're getting ourselves into.
Listen.
I'm fucking stupid.
I know, you guys are fucking stupid. Alright, hey, tree mobile. Oh my god. You guys are ridiculous.
I'm dead. I'm dead.
Okay. So, she looks at you all, she's like, "You ready?" Yeah. Okay.
hell yeah, brother.
My pronouns are she, her. So
Hell yeah, sister.
there
My
we
bad.
go. That works. Shall we go?
He refers to all sentients as brother.
Oh,
He
well
meant
then
no
I
offense.
will take that. Thank you, brother.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, brother. All right, well, ready? And she goes, and she throws her hand up. She goes, the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, and then the portal opens up, and you guys step through, and that's where we'll end it for tonight.
Cool.
All right.
Walking into a tree vagina.
so funny. I'm fucking so dead. All right.
So that was
I-
fun, y'all.
It was
Yeah.
a good session. I liked it a lot.
That was very good.
Yeah, thank you guys for coming out, and I guess this went in a different direction than I thought it was going to go. Didn't expect you guys to be at the WTC, the Wizards Trading Company, but here we are. I guess we'll pick up next week for episode 8.
Oh yeah.
We need money, we need supplies, and we need experience.
You
I
need money?
looked. Tartarus has 15 gold pieces.
How many does Donald have?
Oh, I don't know. I was making up as I went.
Wonderful. All right. See you next time, guys. Bye.
Hey,
Bye.
later.